Hello, 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 everyone. Hello. How is everybody doing today? Good afternoon. Hello, UB, Janky Render, Keone, hello! The Chosen One, hello, hello. This emote is the best. Oh man, too bad I don't have emotes. I should make emotes. I will look for any artists out there who are into making emotes for Twitch and such. I am more than open to talking about emote making. I have a few emotes in my Discord server, but they're not like, I don't know, I guess they're not necessarily like Twitch friendly made right now or anything like that. Now, why is my bot not pinging yet? It takes a while for it to ping for some reason, but whatever. It'll drop the ping shortly, I bet. How's everyone doing today? What have you guys... I've been fairly active lately. I have a lot of free time, so it's great. Yeah. Just waiting to see if more people come by, but okay, let's... I was hoping that the ping would drop already, but it hasn't yet. Any new boards that I'm excited about? Let's see what's coming. I'm excited about Juby. That's a keyboard by Ion Keyboards. It's basically a 60% with 2 columns on the left. They're like XT style columns, like IBM Model F XT style columns. That one's pretty exciting to me. That one, key cult number 160, should be coming in sometime in the summer. So those 2 I think are the next 2 that I might have coming soon. Exam 2? Huh? What are you even saying, Mr. Janky? I don't know. No ping. Okay, Twitch bot. Don't ping. I dropped the ping, whatever. Alright, let's get started. So, we can either start with the build or with the films right off the bat. I think we can do... should we do the films first and then the build? I'm not going to be building fully with the films, because I have these samples. So today, this is what I got, and I already opened it because I wanted to just make sure. and I haven't looked into it. So these are the films, and I got stickers from Prime Keyboards. Can you do a quick check of my key build? Very new, so need to check if it will fit. Like the cart? Yeah, sure. PM me on Discord later on today if you would like. Yo, 159, welcome back for 2 months. Thank you so much for your tier 1 sub. Noricon, hey, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, little cute stickies from Prime KB. And so these are the films, it looks like. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so let's see. How many of these are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I have 4 and 4. So that's 72 films here. 72 of these films. And then, so I only have TX films to compare them with. Right? So these. What are the films for? So Switch Films, Sean Buller, they're used to, I'll show you. They basically, I'll show you in a more graphic way. Ah, perfect. Okay. How do I make that full screen? Hold up. Does it? There we go. So if you can see, so the ones on the bottom are no film. So you see that switch housing wobble, and then at the top there's the one with films. So that's the main difference. Let me play that again. So no film, you see the wobble in the housing, and film, you get rid of the wobble in the housing. No wobble. And no wobble. So this GIF is from Oblotsky. Back when he ran a small group buy for these. All right. So that's the difference. So that's the main purpose. So are they like stickers, the Prime KB ones? Stickers? Oh, what? These are stickers. These are stickers, yes. Are they like stickers? So these are not stickers actually, from how I understand it. These are actual films. I mean, I'll be working with these today, so I'll show you everything about it, okay? It's to fill in the spacing between the housing's top house and bottom housing. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yui, hello, hello. What's up? Okay, so that's exactly how they work. And so basically, I'll bring out a keyboard that I can use to review these to work on this. Do you have an album of all your keyboards? Not in a single album, no. They're posted all over my profile and Keycaps and all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking into that, then you can just go back on my profile. So we will be using my keyboard here to review these. So I already did some of the starting work and removed some of the switches from the hot swap PCB. So, all right. So I removed some switches here. So these switches, so this is just, this is my KMac Happy. It's a 60% HHKB keyboard, right? It just has its own thing. And so, okay, so I mean, it has hot swap sockets just so that I can work with it more easily. Nice desk pad. Hello, Mr. Zombaman. So these switches they're just vintage MX blacks. Or are they vintage? No, they're retooled MX blacks with looped with Krytox 205G0. Okay. And these do not have switch films on them. Okay. So I removed all these so that we can compare them. It's kind of dirty here. And so I will be maybe doing, I was thinking maybe disassembling some of these switches, putting TX films, and then on some others, no films, and then on some others we'll put some of these Deskeys. You said the V word. Sorry, band. Zambamon, I allow the V word here. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Executive choice. The V word vintage is allowed on this stream. Unlike on other streams, apparently. So we'll do that, okay? So the way switch films work, right, is that you first open up the switch, right? So let's start by doing that. So I'm just gonna, come on, focus. So gonna, hold on. Okay, it should be autofocus now. It's just Wolf, hello. Okay, so you just open up the switch. You just use these tweezers to open them up. So I just open it up like such. My favorite keyboard content creator. Gotta get a switch opener, changed my life. I do have switch openers. I'm faster with tweezers because I just have them ready here. And so then, I'll open some of these up. So these are brand new. Maybe I'll zoom out a little bit. And the way you just, you just grab the switch film, you just put it right around the housing like this, right? So it just sits there like that. And then I just come and put in the top housing together. So, and then, you just make sure that it's lined up and click. And there we go. Switch film. Nice. My daily driver keyboard is mentioned in the title. Exent Gang Rise Up. Exent Gang Rise Up. Hello, hello. Anyway, so this is how we do it. So I'm gonna do the same with maybe 3 other switches. And then we'll do the same for the Deskeys films. Can you do that again? I was distracted by the resin. Well, I will be doing this again a couple more times, so you can watch. Alright, so bam. Dashkov, hello, hello. How are you doing? Okay. One more. Doing well. How are you today? I'm doing well. It's been a pretty chill day. I mean, I've the last few days I've been pretty free. Not much work, so it's been really nice. Honestly, been nice to just relax a bit. and have keyboard stuff to do, and yeah. I mean, on exciting news, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but whenever this guy updates here, oh, come on, loop over, one more. Anyway, in like 5 seconds you'll see it, but we have a new sponsor, Dixie Mech. So Dixie Mech reached out after last night, and he offered to become a sponsor of this channel. So you can check out the Dixie Mech store using my link, dixiemech.com/lightning. So you can access the store through that portal, and you will be able to support both Dixie and my own endeavors. So thank you so much. Thank you, Captain Schwa. Hello, Sean Buller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yep. Okay, so let's move on now to the Deskeys films. Okay. So I first disassemble this, right? And one thing I should note, so the Deskeys, so one of the Deskeys engineers / developing people behind Deskeys, they told me that the films are made of the same material as these silencing rings for Topre. So these are like these are silencing rings for Topre that I have here, and they're made out of the the same material. I mean, same thickness, similar material, made out of PET, so like polyethylene or something material. So it's a polymer. So they're made out of the same thing, and there's going to be the same thickness as these, which is 0.3 millimeters. So that's what the production samples are. So I mean, obviously I can't compare this with the films I got here today, but we'll see. We'll see. So on the front this is the film. This is the PET material, like the layer, the plasticky layer. And then the back, you can tell that it's like matte and it's cut out already. So this is the first time I'm using these, so let's see. Okay, so they come right off. Oh, they come right off. So this is really nice. Okay, so they come right off. It looks like there's a matte side to it. So let's try to zoom in here. So it came right off the sheet, and there's a matte side to it. And there is this shiny there's a shiny PET side to it. And so I'll just use this side up, as that's how they provided it. Same thing, I'll just put it onto the switch. Pretty easy. It looks like the PET film on top is holding the foam in place. Oopsie. Kind of very mobile here. I'm just like, my fingers are too dumb. Struggle. There we go. So it fits just as well as the TX films, as you can tell. They just fit right on top. They're the exact same size. Doesn't seem to be obstructing anything, so that's kind of nice. One thing I noticed right away is that so these TX films are kind of more rigid, whereas these Deskeys films are a bit more flexible. So these are a bit more flexible like that. Kind of interesting. And then, same thing. Just close up the switch with it. We'll do the comparisons after I finish replacing a few of these. So just like that. Come on. Just like that. There's a film right there, you can see. Do you know anything about the pricing of these compared to other films? I was told that they will be competitive relative to other alternatives in the market. So yes, these are films made out of foam and PET film, PET. Okay, So I'll be doing the same thing with a couple others. Chongasaurus, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, I'm just gonna put these aside on this side. Maybe do this with a couple more switches. Let's. Is there an ETA for them? I am not very certain about the ETA for these. I would say maybe over the next few months. But I was told soon. There should be more production samples going out to a few other content creators. So you can look forward to their review as well. Okay, so they just come off right away. Very easy. Chongasaurus, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. As I said, they're kind of bendy, but this like glossy film on top is holding the it's like holding the whole thing in place so it doesn't like just fall off. Okay, so same thing, you know, just like any other film, you just put it right on top. Oopsie. You put it right on top properly if you have more dexterous fingers, unlike mine. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's 2. We'll do a couple more. All right. Whoop. Oh, I didn't line it up properly. Okay. One more. Just so I can put at least 4 switches here and test them. Obviously I just got these in the mail today, and so I will be using like all of them later on, maybe not today but on some at a different time, and I'll like type with them and see how they work out. So for me, 2 things I would be looking into as I check these out is, first of all, whether they achieve the desired effect, which is to reduce the switch housing wobble. That's number 1 goal of these. And the second would just be that they're easy to use. Like, they're just as easy to use. Because so other people do claim that the switch films like make a difference in the bottom out sound of the switch, but I do think that that's because of the wobble. And so for me, if you satisfy that condition number 1 that I just mentioned, then the sound problem goes away on its own. So I don't think the sound for me is a big issue, really. Not to mention it depends on the caps you're using and whatnot, so yeah. The whole point is to help like cherry style switches to not have that wobble. Okay, so now that we're done, so we have 4 switches with the Deskeys films. We have 4 switches with TX films, and then we have 4 switches here with no films at all. Okay. So let's first do a comparison of the 3, right? So maybe I'll just put in this one of these. location, one of these. And one of these. Okay. And then we'll zoom in. Whoopsie. Alright, zoom all the way in. Okay. No shaking. Alright, so let's see. Okay. You guys see? Alright. So we'll first test the wobble, right? Let me see if I can keep the focus. Alright, that should work. Alright, so wobble test number 1. There we go. You can see the wobble, right? You can see the housing wobble right there. That's no switch film, number 1. Number 2 is the TX film. So it's definitely killed a lot of that wobble, or almost entirely actually. And I'm really trying to force it here. So 1. Okay, so let me see. 1 and 2. Apologize for the shaking. And then number 3. Okay, so it seems to also do the job here. So from what I can tell, there is no wobble. Oopsie. Yeah, okay, so that first condition, both of them just satisfy it fine, which is good. So there's no switch wobble when I use these films. So that's something that I would look like this is something that I would want from these, so that's good. Right? That's condition satisfied. Good. Okay, now. So I mean, at least the main goal of the switch films is achieved, so that's a good alternative now. Okay, now we have to, I'm going to remove these. And we're gonna try to like type on them. So I'm actually going to maybe like change the screen, and I'm gonna put it in randomly so you guys don't know where I put them, and then you guys can tell me later what you think about it. So let's just gonna change the screen like this. And then, you know, you can look at this looping for a bit. Does it loop though? Okay, maybe not. Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm gonna line these guys up. Okay. Alright. Now I'm just gonna place the caps on so you guys don't know which one's which. Okay. Alright. So now these are already on in there. And I'm gonna bring the mic closer actually. Let's turn off the music for a bit. I'm gonna bring the mic over a little bit closer. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to basically just try these like by like pairs, and you guys will tell me what you like more. Actually, I'm gonna make a straw poll just so that you guys can let's see. So they're by pair, so pair-wise, which one did you like best? I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this link up for now. You guys can choose after you listen to all of them, okay? So let's try to center this. Alright, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Oh god. Sorry. Oh, it's so loud. Alright, so actually there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs, right? So ignore 7 and 8 on the poll. So choose the ones you want. So I'll give you a little bit of time to choose. You can ignore options 7 and 8. 4, 3. So once again, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't hear any differences. I don't know. That's how I feel too, in a way. But I also don't exactly remember which is which. So going off from my own hearing here, so from my own hearing, I have chosen 2 of the pairs, just so like I can I can hear a difference, but doesn't the placement of the switch on the board make a difference also? Probably yes. Most likely yes, but that's why we're gonna change things up. I'm gonna do pairwise now, then maybe I'll do 4 of them in line at the same time, and then we'll like switch it up back and forth, okay? We'll switch it up many times, okay? So that we can try different things and go from there. I mean, yes, it is very subjective, and also the audio comes from a Twitch stream, and so it's not super reliable. But I think any experiment should have, yes, a control and a treatment, and also many different trials to average out the results, right? So we'll do that. Okay, so let's see the votes. All right, so we have number 4, number 3, number 5. Double blind test, yeah. I actually don't remember which one's which. So let's check out number 5 first. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 had TX films. So the number 5 here had TX films. The next one is number 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So this one, I can't tell. Oh, I actually think it's no films. So you guys chose no films as number 2. So, well, that's a surprise. I mean, then again, it's completely arbitrary because yes, the position is possibly is going to affect this, right? Like there are several factors that kind of you need to consider. And then number 4, the best one according to people here in chat, was actually the Deskeys films. So you guys actually chose the Deskeys films as the better sounding one. But again, this is a single trial that we're trying. We're going to do many different things, okay? So let's compare them, okay? Let's compare them. So now knowing where they are, so you guys chose 5 first. Then 3. And then number 4. Can you guys tell the difference at all? I can't quite, like, I'm not very sure, to be quite honest with you. Let me see if I can, would calipers actually pick up the difference in thickness? I'm not sure, because I do have calipers, but I can't quite, I'm not very sure if the accuracy will be there. So 4 is deeper pitched. Okay, you guys can actually tell the difference. That's actually surprising to me. Okay, so 5, 3, 4. So yes, it's TX, Deskeys, no film. Okay, so that was our first trial. Also, while I'm at it, I'm going to see if I can measure this using this. I doubt it though, because it's such a small. Okay, actually, it's 0.15 millimeters of thickness for these, and for the Deskeys, we'll just take one of these. According to the spec that I was told, these should be 0.3 millimeters. Okay, so that's 0, and Yeah, I don't want to press it too hard. Okay, so without pressing hard, it is in fact 0.3 millimeters. So the Deskeys films are exactly double the thickness. So Deskeys films are double the thickness of TX films, as we know currently, okay? So TX films, from my understanding of this, 0.15 millimeters, and Deskeys films should be, according to the spec that was specified to me and according to the calipers. Wait, I'm trying to not squeeze it, so as soon as it touches, I think it's like, I'm gonna have to trust the measurement, but I do think it's 0.3. So slightly thicker, let's just say. Let's just say slightly thicker, because it's hard to set, like, it's hard to tell because there's going to be some compression too, right? So let's try something different now. Let's try something different. So now I'm gonna take all these out again. Okay, so just take these out. Okay. So I'm just gonna put this in here so I don't mess it up. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is take out all the switches again, and then we're gonna assort them in. How do you guys want me to assort them? In different positions? Do you guys want me to assort them as in order, so like by fours, because there's 12 positions here that I can use? Oopsie. Okay, and then these two. So no films, and Deskeys films. All right. So let's see. Do you think films are worth it for Gateron inks? Personally, only if you opened the switch and when you close it, it's you have that wobble. Because sometimes, so the thing with Gateron ink housings, something that I noticed over time was that if you use, like, let's say a switch opener or anything, and you kind of force it a little bit too much, the top housing might actually end up being a little bit looser when you close it back up. So if that's the case, then yes, switch films could be useful, but generally speaking, for Gateron switches, I actually do not use any switch films, personally. Because I notice the wobble the most on cherry housings. Cherry housings tend to have that like problem more prominently. Gotta make stuff thock. You can stray from the sharp caliper tips into, oh yeah, the flat clamp area to be able to apply a more consistent pressure. FYI. Oh, thank you. I'm kind of new to using precision tools, so thank you. Anyway, so let's try. Do you have any thick films with you by any chance? I do not. These are the ones Kibo, I think. I do not. I only have TX films because I have only used TX films in the past and throughout. For me, TX films pretty much do the job. Just generally speaking, for me, TX films have always done the job properly, so I haven't felt the need to buy any other films. I like stocked up at the beginning and just like kept using them. Hey boy, 314, what's up? So let's do this again, but now I'm gonna put 4 in a row, 4 in a row, and 4 in a row. How's that? Okay. And actually, I'm just gonna RNG the positions myself. RNG list. Two, three. Okay. Am I getting stuttering? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Don't do this to me. No. The gasp. It's kind of coming back, actually. I'm seeing the bitrate kind of come back, so it's floating back up, which is good. So keep praying harder, guys. Keep praying. Keep praying, and we might see some success here. So keep praying, while I put on these caps now. Alright. I randomized a list. That Dixie sponsorship better buy better internet. Oh my god. I know. Do you know that I actually can't even contact my ISP because they simply do not pick up the phone at all? Something I learned. They don't even pick up the phone because of coronavirus, apparently. So there's that. So I can't even... I think people who just moved in haven't been able to install their own internet. That's what I heard. Alright, looks like our frames are back in that little pause. So bless up. Alright, it's randomized again. I made a list and rolled it and just chose from the bunch. And then there is basically 4, 4, and 4. Okay? What is this? I don't know. What is this? Nani o kore? Alright. Alright. Stopping the music again. Alright. So now there's 4, so I'm just gonna use my right hand to do this. Okay. So 4 at the same time, and then like 4, 4, and then 4, okay? So you guys are going to be choosing between 1, 2, and 3. I'll do a straw poll again. Straw poll. I guess which group of 4 did sounded the best? 1, 2, 3. And create poll. Alright, pick your favorite sounds again. And here we go. Alright. Number 2. Number 3. One. Alright, so that was 1, 2, and 3. Was that enough? Do you guys need a repeat or anything? That was 1, 2, and 3. So take your picks. Oopsie, apologies. Take your picks, and we'll see what the poll says. One more? One more? Okay. One more. 1. 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 1 more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Y'all take a pick already? Alright. I'm gonna wait 15 seconds. I can't like they sound the same to me. Yeah, could be. Could be. That's why we're doing this, right? Alright, I've got a favorite. Okay, good. I want to hear your reasoning / whatever. So he filmed and lubed another. So all of these switches are lubed with Krytox 205G0. They're cherry retooled MX blacks. And they have been lubed with the same lube, same amount, and have different films. This group has, this group may have like one of the 2 types of films or no film. This group, another, and then another. So basically there's 3 groups. There's no films, TX films, and Deskeys films, okay? So no films, TX films, Deskeys films, like that. There's 3 groups. They're randomly assorted in groups of 4. And you need to choose one of the groups of 4. I think you'll have to mix them and swap positions. Yeah, this is the second time we're doing this mixing. But yes, I will mix them again, okay? I will mix them again. Okay, so the votes came in. And we look at the votes. Number 2 won by a few votes. I mean, there's not many votes, so the sample size is extremely small here, but I'll trust you guys. So let's go and verify which one's which. So number 1 was the worst. So number 1 had no films at all. Number 1 had no films. Okay? And you guys chose this one to be the worst. Okay? Next was number 3 that had the second best choice. And as you can tell, there's no yellow. So number 3 was the Deskeys film. Okay. Number 3 was the Deskeys film, and so of course, by elimination, number 2 is TX Films. Okay. We're gonna do this one more time. Okay. One more time. I'm gonna randomize it. I'm actually doing a random group. I'm actually gonna put three groups randomly assorted. Okay. Same thing. Four groups of 4. Right. I'm gonna do it one more time. And we'll continue, okay? But according to you guys, we have the worst is no films. The second worst is Deskeys Films. And the first and the best is TX Films. Although, on the previous trial, people chose the Deskeys Films as number 1. I believe, wait, hold on. It was, yeah. The Deskeys Films are number 1. The TX Films is number 2, and no films is number 3, if I'm not mistaken. So again, just gonna place these at random. I'm gonna actually cover this and just completely randomize them. I'm not looking down, and then I'm gonna distract you guys with this. And then I'm just gonna mix them up. Okay, I have mixed the groups now, and I will now do a random list generator and pick a random, like basically pick from 1, 2, and 3, so that basically it's a double blind test essentially. So I did that, and the results came out. I'm just gonna blindly choose and put down the switches, trying to not look down as much as possible. Okay. So I actually don't know what's what. Okay. So of course, position could matter, right? So this is why we're doing this, because we think that position on the keyboard matters, and so that will change the result ultimately, which is very likely, right? It's very possible that that is indeed the case, but we're just gonna try our best to do some empirical keyboard science. Okay. All right. So now I have put on the keycaps at random. I mean, just the keycaps on top. And we go back to the main camera. We're back. All right. Okay, gonna bring down the mic. Gonna redo the poll. A new poll. Actually, you should just use a quick notepad here and say okay, and second file double blind 1, 2, and 3. Create the poll. Okay. All right, that's a new poll. Okay, that's the new poll, and we're about 1 Huey away from the keyboard. Try to center it as much as possible. Okay, good. All right. All right, guys, ready? All right, group number 1. group number 2. Group number 3. One more time. Okay, is that enough? Do you need me to do anything else again? Just tell me and I'll do my best to try to replicate the experiment, okay? Is that good enough, chat? Have you chosen which one to pick? Okay, stream's back stable again. Yay! I'm good with that. Not sure about everyone else though. The choice has been made. Alright. I'll give it 10 more seconds. 15 more seconds. And we'll close the poll and look at the results. Alright. And we go to the poll and choose the results. Number 3 by far, then number 1, and then number 2. Then again, one more time, I don't know what the results are representative of, so we'll find out. All right, so 3, 1, and 2. So we'll start with 2. Number 2 was number 2 was the Deskeys Films. Deskeys Films was number 2, and you guys picked it as the worst of the 4. Number 1 was No Films. No Films, number 1. So then again, this is kind of proving the fact that position probably influences the sound, which most likely does. Almost 100% sure it does. And finally, of course, we have the TX Films, right? Second of all, that sponsorship didn't last long. I'm here to provide my candid, honest review, right? I personally think, okay, like just based on So yeah, I mean, what do you guys find out? So I picked Deskeys twice and TX once then. It's also saying films do make a noticeable difference. So in my opinion, films make a noticeable difference because they're reducing that wobble, right? Like reducing that wobble already makes a difference, okay? And my second observation is also that because the position does matter, every experiment we try, we might just end up getting pretty much random results. Not to mention, the sample size here is extremely small. Like there's 30 some viewers right now, but only like 10 people voted, okay? Very small. So obviously when like Nathan does this, right, on stream and there's 1,000 viewers to vote, it might change how, you know, these observations are influenced, right? I'm also trying to not provide any input myself because I think it biases the observations that you guys are making. So I'm also trying to play the double-blind experiment for myself, not knowing where I'm putting what, right? not really providing much input. But now that we've done those 3 different trials, like my first big observation is that, first of all, the difference between no switch film and switch film is pretty noticeable, right? Regardless of which switch film you're using. So this is no switch film. You can tell the housing is wobbling right here at the corners especially. Sorry about the camera wobble a bit. It's probably because of the desk shaking a little bit. But then the one with film, only the stem is wobbling. So like the housing, like I can barely see it move. And that seems to be the case for the TX one as much as the Deskeys one. So number one thing is that films do the job. These new Deskeys films are doing the job of reducing the wobble between top housing and bottom housing, okay? That's a good thing. Sound-wise, it seems to me that it's very similar, right? It seems to me that TX films and Deskeys films kind of do make a bit of a difference, and at least in terms of like maybe you guys' observations, I'm not sure, it makes a difference, and reducing the wobble is already a benefit, but the sound could be a second added benefit for you. For me, I don't care. For me, the wobble matters more than the sound itself, because the sound, I think the wobble is what creates a certain sound, like a scratching sound or whatever it is. Whereas, you know, what people say like, oh, it's more consistent if you add films all over. Like, yeah, because you're basically making that wobble go away, and that kind of makes the whole board more uniform in that regard. But I don't think like, I don't think the first direct effect that I want is like that sound difference. Is more so that's just like reduction of that wobble. Okay. Another observation I have about these films is the following. Okay. Presentation's like huge for me, right? So one thing, TX keyboard switch gap films, right? These are 0.15 millimeter films, right? And these allegedly are 0.3 millimeter. They're slightly thicker. First of all, these come in a bag. So these are kind of messy to use. Like if I like pour them on I normally actually like put these on like a bowl and then pick from there, but they're like tangled up and stuff every now and then because they like stay in this bag. Whereas for the Deskeys, right, the good thing is that I can pick out, like using tweezers or using my hands, I can just pick them out very easily and they come off right away. It's so easy, and like it's easy to count how many I've used. The presentation is excellent. I think this is really nice for using switch films while doing switch modding. Okay, so I think that's great. And then lastly, it's about the firmness of the film. Okay, so it's something I compared earlier, but even as I pick it up, right, they're not adhesive. No, these are not stickers. These are films. These are not stickers. First of all, right, is that these films, right, the TX films are kind of sturdy. Like they don't bend that easily, actually. Like you can tell the plastic, like that the plastic is like there and it has like some resistance when you try to bend it this way, right? Like bend it as such, right? Whereas the Deskeys films, okay, it's actually super easy to bend because it's just like a piece of foam along with this PET film that's right on top. That's just it holds it all together. The glossy film that's on top holds this together. So you can see that this, like, it bends and all that, like it's much more flexible. It is thicker, however, so that's a difference to know, right? Is this. Like this might be a little bit more difficult to handle, right? This might be more difficult to handle, but because they are not adhesive, it's actually fine. You can just use tweezers or something. Not that hard. And so overall it's like, it's nice because so like if you have, I saw these gasket dock switch films on Reddit. It's these, and it looks like these don't have that film that holds them together. So these ones, if you just like let it drop, it'll just like bend and drop, you know, like it like the gravity will act on it. Whereas at least for the Deskeys films, the PET film on top is going to help them like keep their like structure, like, you know, as a film together. So it has a bit of like that surface, it's like sort of a surface tension, but not really, technically not, right? So that's nice. I think the presentation kind of pushes the Deskeys films a little bit on top for me in terms of like ease of use. Oh, WTF, the Deskeys and gasket films are different? Yes, they are. The gasket ones that I'm seeing on Reddit are, I believe, are the ones by... No, they are not the same. So these are being developed by Homero Co. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so these are Homero Co. He says, despite having to pay for custom-made molds, it's going to most likely be cheaper than currently available die-cut polycarbonate films. This is referring to TX, right? And then I'm looking at other comments. Don't quite see much else. So these are not the same films. The Deskeys films are a completely different product. So Homebro is developing these gasket films, right? But these Deskeys films are it's part of Deskeys. They also they're the ones who also developed the silencing rings for Topre. Okay, so Deskeys developed these silencing rings for Topre. They're using the same materials or similar materials and the PET film on top, the glossy film, right, to put it all together. And they will sell them in the form of these sheets, which are pretty easy to use, and it's great because it fits right into like a bag. That's really nice, actually, that they just sit flat, so you won't ever risk having to bend all your sheets and stuff. So that's nice. Yeah. So these will be different. These will be sold through primekeyboards.com, like primekb.com, through Deskeys. And I was told that it will also be sold through various other vendors in different regions, like if you're in Europe or like if you're in Asia, or like in Australia, like it'll be sold through different vendors. So just something to note. And so yeah. When you get a chance, your Discord link is not working. Oh, really? Really now? My Discord link is not working. What? But anyhow, okay. That's odd, but thank you for inviting Rob. Okay. Anyhow, so yeah, those are my observations about this overall. These seem to work just as well as TX, in my opinion. The presentation's pretty nice overall. I think this is super easy to use. Coming in this like packaging would be nice, I think, compared to just the bags. I mean, the bags are smaller and easier to maintain, but they get tangled up inside of the bag and all that, right? So just something to note. And yeah, I mean, I think the differences in like sound and feel and whatever are gonna be minimal between TX and the Deskeys. Actually, I guess I'll eventually have to undo this, so I'm just gonna put this aside. Okay, so that concludes my review of these films for now. So, yeah, stay tuned for more information about these films. In the near future, they will be sold via primekb.com and other different stores. Of course, the TX films are still an option, so either or I think would work well. But I do think that these new Deskeys films are completely viable for Switch film use. Whichever I have, I will definitely use because it achieves the wobble reduction, and that's what I would want for myself. And it seems like the sound part is kind of subjective and varies a lot, varies on like so many different variables. I hope that helps inform you guys' decision-making process in the future. All right, gonna need like 200 of these for my H1s, and also they're coming black, so that's kind of nice. So one thing is, yeah, you won't have the option to you won't have the option to have different colors for Deskeys, at least for now. They come in black, right? But at least for TX you get the option of colors, so if that's your thing, aesthetics, whatever, right, then you could consider TX over Deskeys if you want, kind of like, if you think that the thickness might make a difference, or that it's more accessible or something, you know, different factors might affect your opinion here. But to me, these films kind of do the job, so it's good news to see more alternatives out there. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Today we are building my EXENT. This is the polycarb housing for it. That's the bottom part. And here is my top piece. That's the PCB. This is the brass plate that was on there that I desoldered just recently. So it's kind of grimy. It's gone through a lot of use, but very sturdy, thick brass plate. No more. And we get a palm plate that I got for it. So this is what we'll be using today. And yes, bezel time. Look at this. Bezel, bezel, bezel. Yeah. Okay, so, all right, well now you've seen that. These are the switches I desoldered. Okay. And we have, here I have the stabilizers. Alrighty, let's get on to this. Let's go. What mounting is that? It's I guess it's like sandwich, sort of. Why is your wheel rectangular? I don't know. Oh, nice fan though. Ooh, I'm hot. Alright. Let's get on to this. Let's see. Lubing time. Need to relube my stabs. I actually haven't played any like car games on like racing games on like one of those actual like wheel controllers. Like it's been ages, I think, since I last played anything like that. Even like on like arcade. I actually really like arcade, like racing arcade stuff. Yeah. You know, one game I kind of wish I had at home. It's like I wish I had like an arcade machine for Initial D. I could just like blast like Eurobeat and play Initial D. Pretend like I'm delivering tofu, I guess. If you guys don't know Initial D, it's an old anime about like drifting and racing. It had like 4 seasons. It was a great show. I really loved it. I love the music especially. The music's the best part of that show. Initial D animation was disgusting, but still pretty lit. I mean, it's old. You know, give it some slack. It's pretty old, and it's also like, you know, they still had like great reactions and great music, and I don't know, it was pretty entertaining in my opinion. It was like really captivating. Like it kept me like watching. I couldn't get enough of it. So that, I think that's good, right? Even if the animation is not like realistic or whatever. It's like, oh, he used the gutter. Oh. Hello, Mort Cables. Hello, hello. Welcome. That one character from Initial D actually changed hair colors like 5 times. I forget whom, actually. But yes, I do know that there are some characters that change a lot. But hey, watching Initial D made me interested in Mazdas. Do you guys know that? And Subarus, right? The Hachiroku. And like, you know, I was like, oh man, I want a Subaru Impreza now because Initial D. And then I was like, oh dude, like Mazda are, you know, like, oh my gosh, I was a kid back then, so like obviously it was just like being silly. How's the build going? Build's going alright. Just started on this one because I was doing a review of a new product, upcoming product called the Deskeys Switch Films. So we did that for the first hour and a half or so, and then now we're on to the actual build of the stream. I should watch that show. Takumi made up for it though. RX-7 is so cool, I know. I saw one yesterday. Yeah, no, they're great cars. But definitely, yeah, it's a great show. I really like that. It's old, but yeah. I mean, obviously, if you watch it now, I don't think it's aged well all that much. But music's great. It's a fun show to watch anyway. Yeah, I would say that kids these days would be like, ugh, the graphics are like, you know, like the animation's horrible and the art style is like really shitty, and they'll be like, ugh, it looks so boomer, man, and not watch it. But yeah, I would watch it for the music again. Get really pumped up. Mort Cables, are you the one that gave Chris a cable? Which Chris? Hello, Solji. Chris Yee? Oh, Christopher Yee. Oh, I see, I see. Christopher Yee got into keyboards, it seemed like. He kind of fell right into it. Good for him. Keyboards are fun. Oh, here we go again. Oh, you guys can hear it now. Today you'll be able to hear it. The cheering and the all that stuff. So y'all are gonna bear with it with me. One person started, so it's up to the crowd to continue. We'll see. No honking today. No honking yet. Maybe they're sick of it. Or maybe it's too early. Yeah, you can hear the pot banging, yeah. It's right across the street. What are they cheering for? Essential workers, yes. Oh, there we go. We're getting more instruments into the for the band. Still surprised no honking. Oh, there we go, there we go. You're an essential worker. They're cheering you on. I'm not an essential worker. I am not an essential worker. Not licensed yet to be an essential worker. I'm licensed to build, not licensed to do meaningful things out there in this difficult time. Oopsie. Right there. In the wrong orientation. Keyboard streams are essential. Y'all just flattering me. Oh, here we go. There's the guy who always bangs on that post right across the street. Oh yeah, I love it. Yo, Disco Crocodile, what's up, my man? Thank you so much for the sub, for the tier 1 sub. How are you doing, my friend? I'm good myself. We were listening to some switches with films, some action of that earlier, but now we're just building stuff. I did the review earlier. You missed it, I suppose, but hopefully other people in chat can tell you about it. But Deskeys Films, Switch Films are what happened right here? I have them over here. They are these new Switch films that will be going out on several vendors, including Prime KB, Prime Keyboard, and Deskeys and other vendors. But they're these new like foam and PET film, PET, polyethylene film Switch films, similar to the TX switch gap films that you see out there, and they're a bit thicker than those, and they seem to work well. From our observations today, hard to tell what's like better or worse, but they both seem to work really well. So it'll be nice to have a new option out there. And I like the presentation of these. They come in these sheets, so that'll be sweet, actually. Oh yeah. Are they more thocky? Mr. Thockiness asking. Mr. Thockiness asking if they're more thocky. I think that they are similar. Maybe more thocky if in conjunct, like if I put them in all of my switches, maybe I could tell the difference, but overall, hard to tell the difference right now. Hard to tell the difference right now. I would say they're comparable, which is good, because it means we have one more option to use as switch films. And yeah, I actually really like that. And they seem to work really well, so that's all I can ask for. Alright. I think Home Row got new films coming out too. Yes, that is correct. Home Row has new films coming out too. These ones, the ones that I talked about earlier, are developed by Deskeys. And Prime Keyboards sent me a production sample of them. And so, yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't know what the options will look like after, maybe in a few months. I do like that these come in these sheets and they're pretty easy to use and to apply. The film sort of holds everything in place, and they don't look like odd or anything. They fit just fine. They fit just like your regular TX films, and they do the job. So I wouldn't ask for more than that. I think overall I was pretty pleased. So I'll actually I'm gonna try to use them in a full batch of switches and see how that goes. It'll be hard to compare though, because if I had like two identical keyboards, then I would be able to compare, right? Like two identical keyboards and plates, switches, all that stuff, and then just different films. That would be nice to compare, but I don't have that, unfortunately. So we tried to do some science sort of thing today. So that's what we just gave it a shot. Alright. Alrighty. didn't watch majority of whatever you said, but yeah, it's all very subtle. They're just films at the end of the day. Yes, I mean I agree with ultimately with that sentiment. It's just they are just Switch films, and they do what they're meant to do. And that's all I would ask for. There's no more. There's not too much more than that, really. I mean, some people are very much, I don't know, very much particular about how their Switches sound and feel and look. So more power to them. For me, yeah, just want that wobble gone. And if it looks good, then that's even better. But not too concerned myself. Also, hello, Mendez. How are you doing today? What time is it over there, actually? It should be like morning time? So, good morning. I also got some. Doing just a few switches side by side is tough to tell which of tell the difference. Yeah, I agree. Definitely would be nice to compare two boards, but exactly the same. Yeah, I know, right? It's like I would. First of all, like I would never buy two boards that are exactly the same. Like I would not even imagine that. You know, like it's just. I find it very impractical to do so. So I wouldn't do that in the first place. And then second of all, yeah, I mean, I think for science it would be good, but yeah, I think it's hard to justify having something like that. As long as the plate is holding together is okay. I just want to check the stabilizers. So we have a 6.25, 3.25, 2.25. I'll add the pipe, and I'll add this here. Might want to touch up that stab a little bit. All right, I think that's better. A little bit rattly here, so I need to touch that up a little bit. Whoa, Mr. Keeps, hello, Mr. Keeps, and 36 viewers. Thank you so much for the raid. Love the key set on the Alex. Thank you, More Cables. Hello, .com, Bueno Bills, Make Nova. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. We are building an EXENT today. Hello, Raiders. Hello. I was reviewing some Switch films earlier. I could tell you about the results if you would like. But they seem to do really well, comparable to TX films, and they do reduce the wobble successfully. And they sound kind of similar. Hard to compare the two very well, but they do the job, so that's a good thing. Which films? They're these. So I was using, no, not thick films. So today I compared TX films. I compared TX films, no films, and these are new films that are going to be coming out through Deskeys and Prime Keyboards and many other different vendors regionally. These are PET and foam films. They are about double the thickness that is known than TX films. So TX films are about 0.15 millimeters in thickness, and these are about 0.3 millimeters in thickness. So Deskeys is also the same company that developed the Topre silencing rings, the Deskeys Topre silencing rings. I've used those before, and they're really good for silencing Topre. So they use similar materials and techniques to develop these new films. They're not the gasket films that Home Co is developing, so these are different too. Different brands, different people are developing different options, which is good. But upon trying them today, we found out that there is a sound improvement. The wobble reduction is good. So they basically do the job that they're supposed to do. And finally, it's hard to know whether one is thockier or better than the other, just because the position on the keyboard could matter. And yeah. Thoughts on Kibo films if I've tried them. I have not tried Kibo films just because I've had so many TX films that I kind of have to just run through those before I buy more, and so I haven't had a need to purchase Kibo films, Kibo thick films. So sorry about that. Love the EXENT. Never managed to get one. Had to settle with the Elephant S1. Oh, that's a thick boy too. Alright, stabs are looking good, I think. So I'm just gonna put a few more switches and solder a few just so I can hold this together. Because these plate mount switches and these these plastic plates can come apart pretty easily, as I said. Oh, Harvey, thank you so much for the follow. Fashion Fruit, Bueno Bills, thank you so much for the follow. I'm telling you, plate mount switches can be a tough thing to deal with when using like lighter, softer plates. Who's this? Derbs, thank you so much for the follow. Alright, I'll just deal with what I have. The replacement, thank you so much for the follow. Alright, let's work on this. Okay, I'm gonna turn on a fan, so excuse me for the noise. Have to go back to work. I followed so I can join another day. Thank you so much for joining and for just stopping by. Thank you, and have a good one. Have a good time at work. Be safe. Let's see. So how are things going? Mr. Keeps, if you're still around, I hope your stream went very well. By the way, still enjoying your old GMK chocolatier. Oh my gosh, I actually wonder where that's been because it's been so long. That's been a while actually. I actually kind of regret selling it, but it's a good set. I guess I still don't really have much to match it or work with at the time, but I do think it's a very pretty set. Especially the novelties are really cute, I'll say. Just a few switches to hold this together, and then we can put the rest in, go from there. Sambuman, sell it back. Are Kibo films thicker than TX films? I think they might be. TX films are 0.15 millimeters thick, and these Deskeys that I reviewed today were 0.3 millimeters thick. So yeah, I don't know what the thick films by Kibo, what the dimensions of those are, so you'd have to investigate that yourself. Are GMK pushing products out like crazy nowadays? Just got Sandstorm and Lovely said, yes, they have a lot of things in the pipeline, and so they are kind of backed up, actually. That's what I should say. They're kind of backed up with their work. So there have been some mishaps here and there and stuff, which is unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, there's always a lot going on, but GMK is definitely overloaded with new sets nowadays. Oh, Kibo are the thinnest. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, never mind then. I thought they were thick, because people say they're thick films or something. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. I admit it. I was wrong, and I admit to it. Patiently waiting for my Sandstorm. I actually kind of regret not getting Sandstorm, personally, but at the time I couldn't, so oh well. But it looks really nice in photos so far that I've seen. New to all this, is lubing the switches enough? Does lubing stabilizers make a difference? Oh, answer to that question, reach around Rozo. Lubing the stabilizers makes the most difference of a difference. It makes the biggest difference in any build. The stabilizers are the lifeline of a keyboard, in my opinion, more so than the switches. Having rattly stabilizers is a big no-no for me. Big no-no. It's the worst. Reach around Rozo, thank you so much for the follow. Damn, alright, good to know. Use 40 with no stabs, big brain. That is Galaxy Omega. Big brain. Hoping these don't fall off as I put them up. Come on, clip on, clip on. Alright. Plastic. I should have used PCB mount switches at some point before, but I don't have any right now. Wait, also, why is this getting like stuck? Oh well. Alright. Solder some of these and mention my sponsors for the stream today. So today's stream was actually sponsored by Prime Keyboards and Deskeys, who were kind to provide the Switch Films that I reviewed earlier today. So I would like to extend my thanks to both Prime Keyboards and Deskeys. Speaking of Prime Keyboards, you can head over to primekb.com. They sell a variety of keyboard parts and items such as Durox stabilizers, alpaca switches, which are out of stock, but they will be back in stock soon, in June, I believe. Keywan switches, the Duck, Raven, and Sidewinder, the Prime E, among other things. And if I'm offering a special sort of promotion with Prime Keyboards, is that if you request a build service from me through Prime Keyboards, through just my build service, I can get you any in-stock item at a slightly discounted price in order to use for the build that you are requesting. So whether it's the Durox stabilizers or whether it's alpaca switches and so on, I can source them for you on your behalf at a slightly discounted rate. It's not a big difference, but it is a slight discount, so that's something that we are offering. Next up, as of today, we have a new sponsor for the stream, and Dixie Mech. Dixie Mech. So head over to dixiemech.com/lightning to get to the store and to support the work I do. Dixie Mech reached out last night, and as of today, I am one of their sponsorees. And so Dixie Mech is currently running GMK Redacted, and they've also been restocking a bunch of different desk mats and also asking community members to contribute with their desk mat designs. So if you're into design, you are more than welcome to participate in Dixie Mech's design challenge, as well as checking out GMK Redacted, which is a monochrome theme set with pat printed redactions on different alphas and modifiers and so on. Pretty unique set. So go and check it out on dixiemech.com/lightning. Next up, we have Novel Keys. We have novelkeys.xyz. So Novel Keys, we have a promo code. You can enter Thunder at checkout, and that will give you a 5% discount for all in-stock items. Novel Keys is also running the following group buys. They're running GMK Classic Blue by Arslock and Heinebush, if you're into a classic blue and white colorway. They are also having Cat Arctic for group buy if you're into a cat profile and into like a polar themed set. Cat Arctic might be for you. They also have a desk pad associated with that. And there's also JTK Zen. So if you're into a grooming themed key set, JTK Zen might be for you. It's in cherry profile. And they have also been restocking some switches and lube and so on. And soon enough, they will actually have the NK65 hot swap / injection molded keyboard up for sale in stock on novelkeys.xyz. And it will cost from $95 for the polycarb version up to $160, I believe, for the aluminum version. And those will be in stock sometime next month, I believe, but it'll be soon. They'll announce it through their newsletter, so do sign up to their newsletter for more info. And finally, we have Project Keyboard. So Project Keyboard, you can head over to Project Keyboard with my affiliate link, which is also on my Discord channel. And Project Keyboard currently has GMK Masterpiece for group buy, so it's a very unique set with Japanese language modifiers as well as alphas. And GMK Bingsu is also up for pre-order still. In case you missed out on the group buy phase, you can still order GMK Bingsu before the production sets ship. So if you missed out and you really want GMK Bingsu, go and check out projectkeyboard.com and check out the pre-order for GMK Bingsu. So that's it for sponsors. And so yeah, if you guys have any questions, please ask them in the chat. I hope those things are going to sell out quickly. Oh, Chameleon, thank you so much for the congratulatory message. Thank you so much, thank you. And Visionaire, I hope Mike made 500 of these, the NK65s. I'm sure there will be plenty, I just don't know how many. Yeah, that's a good question actually. I don't know how many will be sold. But the last time that the NK65 went up, it seemed like it sold out fairly quickly. And people seem to like it, and the price is very competitive. So we'll see how that goes. And also, like, I know that the RAMA Works Kara is also in the works for a cheap, inexpensive hot swap polycarbonate case, injection molded as well. So yeah, there's gonna be various options for sales very soon. So that's kind of exciting. See these inexpensive options in the market. So I don't know, I'm excited to see it actually. I'm excited to see it. Everything is selling out like crazy these days. Yeah, that's true. They are selling out very quickly, rather quickly. Okay. Switches are not fully in, so I'm like heating up each of them so I can like really push them all the way into the PCB. Don't want to have keycaps that are slightly up and slightly down, so double checking every joint here. Kind of crucial. Alright. Any Wicked Lightning sub emote avail? I could put it up with permission, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll put it up with. Maybe I'll put on some emotes with permission from the people who make them. So maybe expect that soon. That injected mold RAMA in purple. Pretty cool for entry level TBH. Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna change the like budget entry level kind of game. I think it's gonna be like awesome that there are options like that and they're fully basically like full custom keyboards in their own way. I mean, yes, they're hot swap and all that, but still, like you get the option to choose your own switches and all that stuff. Not to mention like VIA programmable and you know all these new conveniences that are popping up and at a very affordable price. I think it's great. I think it is great. What is your commission turnaround time these days? Very fast, because I have been a lot more free lately. So normally I would say that 10 business days is a turnaround time for most builds. But right now I would say it's probably much quicker than that. I've been getting builds right out the door really quickly. Actually, like, this is why I'm doing personal stuff, because all the client stuff that is supposed to come in, either, like, some of it has been delayed because of coronavirus stuff, right? Because of shipping delays. But otherwise, I've been getting out a lot of customer builds pretty quickly. Yeah. So yeah, I would say overall fast. Overall fast. Like if you do want to put a build request in, this is a pretty good time to do so. Yeah. I have to do some of these switches one by one because the plate is not really holding on to them. Sure, we'll do them slowly. These are falling off. I might have to send you a build sometime very soon. Okay, sounds good. You know, you can always reach me on Discord as well as Reddit, even Keycaps, or Discord if you really wanted to. But Discord is probably the easiest way to reach me nowadays. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. I'll answer any questions you have. Switch something for me. Authority. It's like, okay, boomer. Alright, man. I'm gonna PM you right on the authority. I mean, the story is a cool place, actually. Lots of really cool projects out there. Like, especially like DIY stuff. And like, cool vintage finds. Different vibe, I would say, is what it is. But I have a lot of respect for people who are into the vintage game, because it is very difficult. It's actually very challenging. Very expensive if you are fighting for like rarities and such. Yeah. And also like the knowledge base is pretty wide out in that on the forum. Where do you find a palm plate for EXENT? I had it made. That's correct. That is correct. I had it made. Oh, I did not solder this one. Well, it's also because it's not fully in. But it is also because these are not fully in. Gotcha, I saw the CAD file for the plate and was considering trying to do similar. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I've been doing it for several builds just because I've been yearning to use like softer plates, I suppose. So yeah, it's also not very. It's relatively inexpensive. I wouldn't say it's cheap, but it's relatively inexpensive to have like one-off plates done. But especially if you're like anything that's like laser cut, it's going to be relatively inexpensive. So just something to keep in mind. Okay. Got a brass plate on mine, but it's getting an ugly patina. Oh, yeah, I should show you mine. That's the same story for me. Look. Wait, that's the wrong side. Yeah, look at that. Not very pretty at all. Kind of looks really dirty. So, yeah. Identical? Yeah. I think they all came out like raw brass, so it's yeah, it's not pretty at all. Not pretty. That's a 2 at a time. Having a plastic plate is rough because the cutouts are not, it's like, they're a bit more flexible. So it's not like best fit all the time, and also like, because it can bend on the sides. So. And also using these older plate mount vintage switches, rougher on the clip-ons. So I need to be always adjusting things a little bit. I like patina. I like patina too. I think just I'm actually changing it up because not because of the patina. I actually don't care about the patina as much. For me, it's more about the plate, like the feeling of the plate for me. So that's why I'm changing things up a little bit. Laser clipping. But yeah. Okay, so it's these two. There we go. Cause the bottom out. Yeah, sorta. And sound and all that. I mean, I think plates influence sound quite a lot, so that's another reason. I actually like the EXENT brass sound. but I mean, I figured why not, you know? I was already getting all these other plates, so that's why. Allure polycarb bottom under my board. Polycarb. Polycarb bottom on mine. Yeah. Let's get these corners this time now. These corners have been giving me trouble. Let's get these huge rectangular hole here. It's the worst. Alright, I'm gonna take care of that in a bit. First solder them in, then worry about the rest. Alright. And second corner. You're done. Okay, oh, actually clipped on. Great. Awesome. Now that things are in place, should be much easier. Up arrow. Down arrow. Wait, no, wrong one. Down arrow. Or left arrow. Let's do those first. Yeah, I wish I should have edited the plate file, but too lazy, you know? Too lazy to do that. Should have done it though. Should have done it, honestly. Oh, there we go. Just risked some rains. Oh, nice, boy. How was it? Had a good run? He's talking about Risk of Rain 2. It's a game. Pretty fun game, if I may say so myself. Our run abruptly ended on stage 7, sadly. Oh, almost a full rotation. That's too bad. Almost a full loop. Full loop. Okay. Need to check the alignment of this bad boy here. This one's taking a while, huh? Alright, that's good. That's pretty much better. Alright, so pipe key. Get the pipe key right. Play file is on the GH thread. Yes, play file is public. Indeed. A lot of play files are public, however. Just in case people don't know. A lot of plate files are public. And also people have made plate files and made them available public for like different keyboards over time. Was pretty smooth sailing, but apparently not good enough. Playing on monsoon, right? So it can be rough, man. Those elder Lemurians and stuff. Those are brutal. Let's see, which switch hole is it? It's this one. Okay, this one for control. Am I missing a switch? One must have fallen off somewhere. I don't know where. I'll look. Nope, not the right one. Wait, come on. Hey. I'm missing one switch and I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. Nice. Nice. Alright. Monsoon is rough, yeah, for sure. I don't doubt it. Die to random invisible things in the Celestine bubble? Oh my god. Yeah. I actually still can't quite get good at playing on Monsoon. Still need to practice, get better at it, really. Also, I guess it's different if you queue up with multiple people, so there's that to consider. Wait. Oh, crap. Wrong switch hole. Wrong switch hole. Pretty sure that's the wrong one. Nice and clean. This is why I should have edited the plate file to be a fixed plate, but too lazy. Too lazy. There we go. Done. Alright. Need that switch. No such thing. Jesus Christ. Okay, everything's soldered in, it seems, and looks straight, at least for now. We'll see about straightness in a bit because of this plate. Looks good to me though. Alright, let's test it out. I did not. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness, that was scary. I thought for a second it was not working. That would have been Monka S actually. Where's Via? Key tester. Wait, what? Is this working? Is this working? Wait, is Via working? I'm gonna try switch hitter. Wait, that unplugged fine. Oh, there we go. Okay, switch hitter. There we go. Switch hitter, we here. Alright. I think that's my, there we go. Alright, cool. Alright, awesome. It all works as it should. Just checking my alignment one more time. Okay, lined up. Almost. That's good enough, I think. Any standing up keycaps or anything like that? Nope. Key switches are done. Let's just check alignment here. good. And let's check spacing. What do we have here? No. I already did the review earlier, friends, so that's why you won't see much about it now. Okay. Wait. Okay. Cool. How was the film? It was good. So I would say, long story short, a little bit thicker than TX films. They do the job, the same job they should, which is that they should reduce the wobble between the top housing and the bottom housing for like cherry switches and so on. Sound was, I did a few experiments. You can check the VOD for that, but basically some people said the TF sounded better, some people said the Deskeys sounded better. It was kind of a mixed result for that. But overall, they like have an improvement, so that's good. And finally, they're easy to use because they come in these sheets. So I'm actually gonna leave this here. They come in these sheets, which they're easy to use and easy to like take off. So a bit easier than like TX films, which come in like small baggies. Yeah, and the material seems to be like, it's not adhesive. It's actually pretty easy to use. So yeah, overall, I like it. I think that if I have like these as an alternative, I would definitely use it. Are they sticky? No, they're not sticky. They are not sticky. Remember OG stickers, like gone stickers? Yeah, I mean OG stickers. Yeah. What about color choices? So they come in black only, as far as I'm concerned. So that might be a limiting factor if you're concerned about colors. That might be a disadvantage, I would say. Price-wise, I heard it's going to be a competitive pricing. In my opinion, I think if these are about the same price as TX, like whether it's like, you know, about the same or a bit more, like I think it's going to be very competitive and a good alternative for whenever TX films are not available also. So overall, like I don't think, I think they're pretty nice. Yeah. But I do not know the exact price. I do not know the exact pricing of them. But they will be available through various vendors internationally. So Prime Keyboards is one, at least in North America, and Deskeys will also be operating, I believe, operating in China. And there will be other vendors as well who will supply them. Taste test? They probably just taste like rubber or foam. No taste test today, unless there's an incentive for it. finish. Alright, time to put keycaps on. So I'm gonna put whatever it was on already, which is carbon Boneyard. How many ISO will fit on the sides? Wanna check? 1, 2, 2 and 2/3 on each side. And on this side, it's more like a half. So this is half ISO width. This is about 2 and 2/3 ISO width. And this is about 4/5 ISO length. Very informative. Prime knowledge right there. Thick boy. Thick boy, boy. Just joined. This is GMK Boneyard. That is correct. It is GMK Carbon Boneyard with Boneyard Alphas. And I love it because it has an R5 bottom row, which is my favorite. My favorite. Yes, I think by the caps lock, it is correct. It is indeed GMK Boneyard. Oh, Mr. Oblotsky, hello. I need to reply to your PM. I will do that in a bit. Sorry, it's late. Oh yes, I like it, Mr. Oblotsky. I like what you sent me. That 2 key, oh, that 2 key looking funky. The 2 key does look funky. Why is that? The, maybe it's just the 2 key actually, because the switch is actually in the same place. Maybe it's the 1 key that's off? Or maybe it's my 2 key. Maybe it's the stem of the 2 key actually. But you're right, the stem is a little bit off. I think the 2 key stem is off because if I change the position of this, the 2 key is slightly off again. Oh, weird. So they have like warping? I don't know. I can't tell from my view until I look from above. So at least that's good. But yeah, that's kind of funky. It's kind of weird. It looks like my 2 key is like twisted or something. That key set is so good. Are they rerunning it? Yeah, it looks like it. Weird. I don't know. If I change the position of the two, yeah, it's off. It's off. It's off by like a little. Like it's kind of weird. I'll check the alignment of the switches again later, but it looks like it's the key. R4 bottom row? Yeah, R4 bottom row. We have some artisans. Yay, artisans. I love resin. We have a Brobot by Brocaps. We have a Cosmonaut by Key Collective and Booper. This is a Moose by Keycaps. This is a Mononoke by Pernicious Pony, and that's a Late Trialum function key. Yep. Yeppers peppers. You're right though, the two keys kind of funky, but whatever. The good thing is I cannot tell from my own perspective. As long as I can't tell, that's good, right? There we go. Ooh, cable is being funky. No! No. Don't be like that. Is the PCB shorting? Well, that's weird, guys. The PCB is sort of finicky. It's not shorting, but I think it's the cable. I know this cable can be finicky sometimes. Just need to get lucky or something. That's not working. I'm sorry, friends. This PCB is being kind of weird. This is not nice. Okay. Cable looks fine. Let's be gentle. I mean, I'm blind putting this in. USB port might be getting loose on the PCB. That sounds right to me, Mr. Rob. I think it is correct. Oh no. That's a fix I can do later, but like I'm not a fan of it. Oh. I see what's happening. Definitely is a port though. I can tell from the connector being a little bit off. This is what people would call F. Yo. It's kind of annoying though. Let me compare. Masness, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. There we go. Hell yeah. Okay. Be gentle. Be gentle. Be gentle. Alright. Nice. Nice. Let's go. Saved. Stream saved. This is so chunky it does not. Uh-oh. Okay, come back. Come back. Come back to me. Come back to me. Please come back. This is frustrating. Yeah, it definitely is a port issue. Okay. I just need to be extremely gentle. I'll come back to fix it later. It should be an easy fix, but I have to unplug it if I do that. So, all right, saved. Stream saved, my friends. Stream saved. Unscuffed. That's right. So these were the things that we reviewed today. Alrighty. Thank God. Don't move it at all. I know. I'm gonna put this right here. Alpaca is my good luck charm here today. Okay. Okay. Oh no! No! Come back to me! Okay, I'm gonna mute that for a second. Alright. This is an EXENT PCB, by the way. It's not even an M65A PCB. Those are different. This is center port and... No, it's not. JC65 has a different port orientation. Okay. It'll just like stop working because I blew on it. Or I touch it and it's like boom! Okay. I'm pretty sure this typing test is not gonna work out because it's gonna probably like shake a little bit or whatever. But, we'll try, right? We'll try. We'll give it a shot. Alright. Where's my typing test here? Alright, here it is. Fast fingers. Cool. Alright. Mr. Blakey Boy, thank you so much for the follow. Alright, my friends. Y'all ready? So this is an EXENT built with a full palm plate with 62 gram vintage MX blacks. Looped with Tribosys 3204 and with TX switch gap films, okay? Let's do this. Let's go. Alright. Y'all ready? Alright. 3, 2, 1. Here's the mods. does it. Any opinions or anything? Love the sound of plastic. Yeah, it's really nice. I actually like this better than the brass. And it didn't die in the middle, so that's good. It's a good sign. But yeah, we can unplug it. I mean, you guys can see the underglow right there. Try to not tilt it too much. But the underglow is much visible from the front. So if I turn this off, the underglow is much visible from the front like that. And take this off now. This is autofocus. There we go. Alright, that's my TARO EXENT. Yeah, this is a thick boy. Put like a that doesn't fit. It's not my car, it's outside. I'm sorry. Can't do anything about it. Yeah. Pretty loud, huh? Oh well. I also do not own a car because New York City, I don't need a car. Is the case black or dark gray? It is most definitely a black. It's black. Yeah, it's definitely black. Let me, if I have a this is a piece of paper. It's definitely black. Well, as a verdict on the Deskeys Switch Films, basically works as well as TX films. A little bit thicker sound-wise, inconclusive, but they sound like good. Some people chose the Deskeys over the TX, some people chose TX over the Deskeys. We also compared it with no films, but overall no films seem to be obviously as expected, the less popular choice. And they are easy to use because they come in these like sheets, so they're easy to remove with tweezers or whatever. So kind of easy to manipulate. This glossy part kind of holds the film in place, so convenient to use compared to TX baggies like this. So overall, good. I heard that they will be available with various vendors in the world, and their prices will be relatively competitive. They are only in black, which is one disadvantage. TX, of course, comes in a variety of colors, so you won't get that. But yeah, so overall, pretty good. I'm actually, I would use this for switches, so and that's a good thing. Yeah. So TX or Deskeys, both pretty good. I think these are an excellent product coming into the market. I do like that they have they can vary in thickness as well. These come in 0.3 millimeters. That's what they finalized their production samples for, 0.3 millimeters, which is the same thickness as their most popular Toper silencing rings, which use about the same material, the same kind of polymer / foamy sort of material. So yeah, it's kind of nice to see that they're kind of working on other things, and that they're trying to put it out there for people to use. Yeah, so these are the same company, the same people that make these Toper silencing rings. They make these as well now. Pretty cool, right? But yeah, 0.3 millimeters in thickness, whereas the TX films are 0.15, about half the thickness. But it sounds like they both do the job, which is good. More choice for the community is definitely a win. Yeah, that's how I would think about it. Yeah. Yeah, as long as they work as intended, I would use too. Yeah, that's all I would ask for a product like this. As long as it works. I did like check the wobble part before. I don't think if anyone clipped it or anything, but it's going to be in the VOD. So check out the VOD if you need to look at the experiments that we did. We did a series of blind experiments, whereas like in terms of wobble, we also checked the typing kind of sounds from like on the same row with different with a no films, TX films, Deskeys films, and so on. Like that's what we did, and we changed the order up and things like that because we thought that maybe the position would have affected it. So yeah, we tried a variety of things. Check out the VOD for that, since that was like in the first hour and a half or so. Yeah. Thakine is loving 9s on this board. This is actually GMK Carbon R2 with Boneyard Alphas. This is GMK Carbon Bone Edition with Boneyard Alphas, which features the prominent and very cool R5 bottom row, my favorite. Oh yes, oh yeah, I love my R5. Yeah, this robot kind of floats, huh? Ignore it. But yeah. R5, my fave. Just a little bit lighter than 9s. They're pretty similar though. Yes, that is correct. They are pretty similar and warmer. I love this ivory color. This alpha color, legend color. Very good. I thought he was memeing. Imagine not liking R5. I want an EXENT so bad. Yeah, it's a really nice board. Actually, I actually really like the EXENT spacebar sound. Yeah, this spacebar sound is what I really like about this board. Yeah. And of course my lubing skills. What makes this sound great, right? I mean, hopefully I do a decent job to provide a build service, right? If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this. I also enjoy doing it, so it's been like 3 years of practice. Lightning loops, yeah. And also, why would I buy this much lube, right? If I didn't have to use it all. Anyhow, it would be on the new trivia, new key quiz. Anyhow, it's already 3 hours. Jesus. Okay, let's hope for this to work on the first try. If it doesn't... Oh. Boy, baby, oh yeah. Oh, no, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna touch that. Okay, let's see who's streaming. We have... Nathan is streaming, but he doesn't need a raid. He has 1.7k people watching. Apiary is streaming. Chubbies is streaming. Max F is streaming. Chubbies, Max F. Who do you guys want to raid? Who do you guys want to see next? Chubbies, I know he's building some keyboard today. Max F, he should be doing some stuff too. Who's the boy Max F? Alright. Hello keyboard enthusiasts, Max F here. It's been some time since the last video on lubing stabilizers came out. Good old Max F. I love Max F. Let's see, Mr. Max F. Let's rate him. Where's my... Close this guy. Alright. Where's my... Alright. So if you don't have any other questions, of course, for the Deskeys review, check out the VOD. More information about that in the VOD. In the first hour and a half, the first half of this stream, really. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. As always, check out my socials. There's Discord and YouTube where I upload videos. I also upload the build streams up to YouTube. Discord, you can come and chat with me if you have any questions about whatever. Whether it's key sets, keyboards, artisans, desk mats, I don't care. Come and chat with me. And also, you can find more information about my sponsors in my Discord channel, but you can also check out the links here that I've posted on the chat. There is Dixie Mech, Prime Keyboards, Mint Autumn, Novel Keys, and Project Keyboard. Mint Autumn currently has Rookie R2 already underway, so there are no products on their site right now, but if there's any future products, you can use the affiliate link to support them. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. We're going to be rating Mr. Max F, so let's go. Max F live. Wait. Hey, let's go. We're just about to buggy. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. We're about to leave. We're about to leave. Alright. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. And have a good night. See you later.